Hello everyone, my name is Carmen, but you can call me Student Nurse K or just K. I am here with my first YouTube video because I am about to go to LPN or Licensed Practical Nursing School. So I just wanted to show you guys some of the supplies I needed, as well as discuss the prereqs that you need to take for entering into the LPN program or applying for it, as well as discuss the TEAS exam and show you all some of my books as well. So let's get started. So we will go ahead and go over these supplies first, and I have my school's list of supplies right here in front of me. You first have to have a laptop computer or desktop computer. They don't recommend tablets because we'll be using ATI or advanced testing something, which is the same company that you take the TEAS test with. We'll be using that company's website for our tests and our quizzes, as well as studying. You also have to have a manual blood pressure cuff, a stethoscope, a pen light, hemostats, scissors, a watch with a second hand, so non-digital, safety goggles, an N95 mask, black ink pens, black ink Sharpie, and a clipboard. So I won't show all of these supplies. For example, the watch, we all know that what a non-digital watch is. And then the N95 respirator mask, my school did the fitting and provided the mask for us, so that wasn't an expense that I had to pay for directly, but I'm sure it's included in the tuition. Now that I have the bag of supplies, I'll show you all these shoes, and I will put the link below where I got them from. They just look like regular nurses shoes. These are actually a size 7. As you can see, I am a size 8, but the reviews on these shoes said they all run big, so I got a whole size down, and they're still a little bit big. I got some compression socks to go with them to make them not so big, but they're still a half size too big, so I'll just be wearing thicker socks with them. And here is the blood pressure cuff. I am also a CNA, so I had this from my previous class. I couldn't tell you where to get one from, but I'm sure you can find one on Amazon. And I know at my school's bookstore, they sold stethoscope and blood pressure cuffs as a set. So this is my blood pressure cuff. Then I have my stethoscope. This stethoscope is a Littmann stethoscope. It was a gift from a friend. And then as for the hemostats, the pen light, and the scissors, I did end up getting all of those from Amazon. So here is what they look like. These are the hemostat locking forceps. So that's what they look like. And then this is the packaging for the pen light and the scissors. And when I searched it on Amazon, I did search like nursing scissors, nursing pen light, and they had this set because I wasn't quite sure which one. So this is the pen light, and you can see the light works. It doesn't come with batteries, so you do have to install them. And these are the scissors. So they're normal bandage scissors. And then these are just some things that I picked up. Highlighters, because you just never know what you'll need to highlight. I also plan on color coding the information that I read to help me retain better. This is a pack of Sharpies. Amazon had those Sharpies as well. The school also sold the safety goggles. I'm assuming we'll be using these for labs. So these are just regular safety goggles that you can get. And then I did buy a pack of pencils, since might make a mistake, might need pencils. Also got this mini clipboard from Amazon. Compared to my hand, you can see that's about as big as my hand. And I'm going to use some small paper just in case I need to take notes or anything while I am in my clinic. So now I'll show you all some of our books. This semester we'll be taking fundamentals, pharmacology, and our clinicals. Our clinicals are starting the first week of school. At least that's what we were told. It is subject to change, but they're starting the first week of school. And these 3 classes that we're taking will be for the first 7.5 weeks. So our semester this time is broken up into 2 7.5 week periods. We'll be taking 3 classes the first 7.5 weeks, and then 2 more classes the second 7.5 weeks. So this first semester is kind of 2 mini semesters or 2 mini semesters. So I'll show you the books for our pharmacology class and fundamentals. And there are a lot of books just for this first semester. So this is my pharmacology textbook. Let's see, this is the 12th edition. This is just the required book list that they gave us. I'm not sure if it depends on the area, if it's different or not. And then with our pharmacology class, we also have to do drug cards of the top 100 drugs that are most commonly used. So here is what the drug card looks like. You could do it on an index card, but looking at how much information you have to fill out, and there's a back for the drug, it would be a bit difficult unless you had the large ones and you wrote very, very small. And then for our fundamentals class, this is the textbook. This one is the 3rd edition of F.A. Davis. I plan on going over my chapters before I get to class. So school starts next week. I'll be going over these chapters that we will be covering this week so that I can be prepared. I'd like to stay at least a week ahead as far as learning goes. And so those are the books for the first 7.5 weeks. For the second 7.5 weeks, these are all of our books. The second 7.5 weeks will be our med-surg classes. So this is the first book. I mean, this one is gigantic. It's bigger than the other 2. This is also F.A. Davis, and this is the 6th edition. And then this one is also F.A. Davis 2nd edition. This is for maternity and pediatric nursing care, but this is what we need for the second 7.5 weeks. And then this drug handbook as well. So this is huge, but it has all of the drugs, indications, dosages, administration reactions, interactions, considerations. So this will be used in conjunction with the drug cards. And then I haven't even opened this yet, but this is the ATI packet. And if you've taken the TEAS exam already, you should be familiar with ATI. So this is the book. It says this is your guide to classroom and test taking success. And then it also comes in a big box. So I will go ahead and open this box up and show you guys what's inside. So the prerequisites that you have to take for an LPN program are going to be the basics like math, English, biology, and usually psychology is required, or one of the humanities. Me personally, for the biology, since this is an LPN program, you do not have to take what is called anatomy and physiology. At least that is what it's called. That's not what it's called in the state of Georgia, which is where I live. Here, the class that you have to take is structure and function of the human body. That is the lesser anatomy of anatomy and physiology 1, and then anatomy and physiology 2, and then microbiology. So generally there are 4 science classes, but it depends on which pathway that you're taking. Again, for LPN, you would most likely be taking structure and function of the human body. So that's this science class you will be taking. You will also have to take the TEAS exam, which is an acronym TEAS, through ATI for entrance into the LPN program. After your prerequisites are complete, which they have to be completed with a C or higher, you take the TEAS exam. The TEAS exam measures your reading and writing skills as well as your comprehension skills and your science and math skills. So it can be a bit intimidating if it's been a while since you've done math, or if you're not the best student with math, like myself, as well as the sciences, since it does cover science information from high school science up into the science that you would have learned in structure and function of the human body. It can be a bit intimidating and difficult to remember all of the information. But passing the TEAS exam is very likely. You are able to be successful with it. Personally, I scored a 77 on the TEAS exam, and I used a variety of study aids. If anyone would like to know how to prepare for the TEAS exam, I can let you know what my methods were. I don't have a foolproof method for passing it, but I can just share the tips that I received from others, as well as the things that I personally did to help me be successful. So thank you for watching my first video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are a new nursing student or have questions about nursing, becoming a licensed practical nurse, then feel free to send me a message or leave a comment below. So I have the box open now. Again, this is my first time seeing it, so we'll be opening it. And looks like a collection of little books that will be used. And this packet is pretty heavy, so it's pretty thick. There's a lot of information here. This one is thick.